I'm talking about signs and symptoms of TB. So we have talked of one sign, which is sweating. What other signs and symptoms of TB? Loss of weight, cough. So you come to the clinic 3-4 times, you have been given different antibiotics, the child is not getting well. Please, as a mother, be cautious that this child can have TB. Make sure that your under 5 card, 2-3 months the child was above the line and the line has just started dropping. Please be concerned and you come to the clinic, especially in chest clinic, and tell us that, my sister, the child is losing weight. TB in children now, the treatment is 4 months instead of 6 months.
The program is keeping safe children from TB as well as treatment. Then our main focus, we have the objective, which is finding the missing children with TB in the community, as well as increasing the TPT coverage or uptake for the children under the age of 15. Though we also focus on the adult, because we know when we are talking of children, children are being kept by the adult.
Uyu mwana pane kuti nizive kuti adwala TB isinazoziva. Fika kuti uyu mwana anambia panana badwa chabe akabokwanisa 1 month. Anapoa pezikati, nampeleka ku clinic, vanipeleka pa chipata clinic nankala monje kati ku oxygen. So sinazozwa ati matenda bwana. Nenzozwa chabata kangwa kupema.
So now, mwetatengela chikola la chija, tafaka moja tienda kupima kuchipatala. Then maresult akachoka. Achoka pavili. Kati achoka tusei mchifua tapezamo TB, tizamifaka pa TB treatment. But ngata peza katusei chachoka chebuino. Tizamifaka pa TB prevention. Okay, but makamaka na mwana wese alipo hapa. Tizamisila kasampo kaboto. Mubwele mu pase mwana kabwela paja mukasegule mutifakile mu stu opupu. Okay, mailo mutiletere pajani nufaka mu pupu.
Early detection in adults play a very big role in children, because once the adults have been found with TB and they are put on treatment, which is 6 months for uncomplicated TB, and complicated TB is for 1 year, it helps us very much because it will be reducing spread of TB in the community, hence the children will be safe.
Pachipata clinic after vanisonga mbo antumiza kulevi. Kuja vampima mtima ati awo libwino. So manezo double manage mwana adwala chani nda mwana badwira HIV vonse napimisa vichebwino manchi ni chani chi anadwala. So isetezo zwa ben bronchitis kufika kuja. So badapu ni wani pasaka botro ati ndani mtenge mlete pupu mlete na mituni. Ninapeleka kuja. After napeleka kamba no problem mosa dandaula tizapeleka teka. So ni wana napelekela pachipata clinic. Wapasa mali zao chao bantumira phone kuno. So nafika kuja wanuza ati ai mwana wangu tapeza kadoyo ka TB. Olo ni sinaweza organiza kwa tu mwana ngapezike na TB nesana dwalepo no ataki so na dwalepo. So selezozwa bati ni chifuga chofwasa cha family kansi ya ni TB. Bana wanga bose waichemusi sana dwalepo. So but panela fika kuja wanuza ine nakamba cha ngati matenda yapezika cha wama chikwa tu mwana avuti kantao itali. Manja yasenzo kosa. Mwenze kwati mulibe mabonzo muso. Mendo yonsa mukamugwira so enzone ngati mulibe mabonzo. Olo musana so akankala nzonkala so. Ngechina lengesa kuti apo pa musana. Vanabwera pa apo. Chifukwa cho munyamula mukamnyamula enzo tyoka so So uyu mwana nenzo seke wamaningi ku bantu ati waona bala nachosa bala. So ndi mantina bwatambo musungira sabi mpasa mangwana naise titinamo ako ya jamine yochingiriza kuti naise tatengeko TB.
She's weighing 20 kgs. So anyone can have TB. An adult can have TB. A child can have TB despite the age. The good part is TB is curable. We have treatment for TB. We received a lot of training. We have been trained in TB management. and how to care about TB, and including the treatment to the patients. We are now scaling up into the community in diagnosing a lot of patients with TB. We have a lot of bacteriologically confirmed TB cases because when we use the urine lamp in children, it's a bacteriologically confirmed case. So we have a lot of children that has been diagnosing using that too. In addition, we are using stool in children so that we can detect TB.
We train them on TB management case. So these trainings were in conjunction with the Ministry of Health. Among these workers, we have the nurses from the under 5 clinics. We have also the lab technician. We have the radiographers, and we have the clinicians and the doctors.
Sinazozwati mwana zakonisa kuyenda kati nolemala but pali manje hawe mankwala amene aja vanotandisira va DAPP peze kati mwana amba mankwala inezoona mungana ati nibendrama nizapetandizika bwanji but panana mwa mankwala ya TB mwana wanga anapola pali ichi miyamikira va DAPP kuti vonse pamene vachita kuli venango ali manyumba vadwala vana vamvera amanta kuenda ku clinic aona mungani kulipira apa na 1 year 6 but anamba kumwa mankwala chakapokwanisa 1 year 6 anamba na 10 months.
We start with the index. So the index is the actual person who has TB. So when we initiate the parent or the guardian, whatsoever that is related to the child, so that's an index. So we initiate that person on TB drugs. Yeah, we have what we call a contact register. So we put the client on TB, and then they'll give us their contacts. So their contacts, these are people that they are close to. So these can be relatives, friends, or anyone that they are close to. So those contacts, they are based at the facility. So we now, when we get the contacts, we get the addresses, then we need to follow them up now. Obviously, we will look at everyone, but we focus more on the children because they are the most vulnerable people. So we go at their house, we screen them for TB.
Na vana na wakulu onse mapezeka pamoja. That's why checking abonse mweta bwelera pano. Okay, TB being an airborne disease, it's a disease whereby everyone can be affected. Immune system yatu bakulu na yabana isiyana. Bana ndiye pangika kachiri yo weekend. It's very easy kuyambula matenda. So mwane pali lipano Stephen atinkali ambanja whereby it says that no, that family there is TB. No, it's a family of TB. No. TB is not a generation disease, no. It's preventable. Tomorrow, early in the morning, the first stool when the child wakes up, just put a paper. No, don't get in the toilet, no. Just put a paper. When the child is done, the first stool, just get a bit and put here. Why it kamba matuvia face, not ya segoneti ya mzula? Because paja usiku, as the child is coughing, they are not able to remove sputum. They swallow the sputum, so it goes into waste. And then mutika mairo, mukasiza mukafake bunobuni na kapepa kaja mukachitete kuchipatara. Tapeleka kulabu. TPT ya wakulu, prevention ya wakulu na ya wana asiana. Mwana timafuna taziwa scale. So uja uyu mwana mzaka mbwelesa kono. Mwaneza chokela ma result nipejazi wati uyu mwana timfaka pa TPT olochana. Chabeti funa nchikulu nikulekesa TB, put a stop to TB. Kubawa na chipa mabweno mankwala. Ele pana kumwa mankwala bakasitandizira bakazimwa manzi bakasipakisa manzaini. So imwe na ba Josephine ndimo muzambo batandizira aba. Kuona chipa kumwa bwino para right time para mine jetame mama mwana hapo kuma 6 kwako seresa. Kuatandiza so that at least pakachela si bakasirize mankwala yonse. Nikomvera kuchipatala trio ndiyo trio yaini. Okay.
So those that are producing TB symptoms, we mostly call them presumptive. When we get the sputum, we write their names so that we don't get to mix the samples. Then we have a cooler box, then the one that we carry, and then we go with it to the main facility where we have labs. Then we test the samples.
So moment mapitira so bamapezeka bana. Chidabana bali pa treatment ya TB.
Ine siyambi sinzozia kuti kapena TB imaitaso. Nambiro mvera topi wiki osamvera bwino kusiku nikagona nizopiva kumwa manzi suchabe napiva kumwa manzi napiva michanja chilengesa so nagula ko mankhwala na mwako noona sinipola ija sisi yachomunga yaseseka nkhamunga ya Chinese ndiye kupita ku kliniki kuja pachipata kliniki ndiye kuyamba kunithandizira ndiye kunipeza kuti achifuka njani mwezi mbekesera chani ndiye kunipeza na TB ya 1/6 so namba kuma mankhwala yo vananiuza 1/6 kumana mankhwala yo 1/4 mini wake vanichosa kuti wakwaniri wapola
so ine nenze nasungapo bamulamu banga bodwala vanachokera kuchipata after babwera kuno ku Lusaka tapita muvipatala bapezeka kuti baina TB after che baenda ma field officers from maternal men enze vanabwera bapita nishina ine manje namba sinimvera bwino kusamvera bwino baja ma field officers nabaitana nakamba kuti vija vaebenzo mbera bamulamu na ine ndivimvera nezo nikaendako chepa ngono kufika paja nimvera kulema mubiri suli mushe everyday nimvera munga ni nako kafiva vija eventually nambombera kupiba maningi usiku chakuti navaena viningira banana so baja ma field officers ba DAPP banabwera banipasa ka bottle nakosomolera panapita che 2 days banitumira phone bwera nikono ku clinic tikufunani mwaina endera na bamuna banga kuja baindoniuza kuti obali sitakupeza na TB nishi niliko na ka idea but sinenze loko bamulamu banga sina basunge bwino maningi ka TB sinenzo iziba tensina bapasa kapubeka so babwa bafika pali ine manje so paibana niitana kuja banchita vonse na mankwala banipasa yamene yode amene bananipasa mankwala anaambirira stigma ni mwamuna wanga tifika chabe ku nyumba abamuna banga ninabaona iyo desi banagone mu bedroom ati bayembekeza malaiti ya bwere batambe bola bana mboganiza nezo tanikaganiza kuti wayi banchita so futi nakumbuka ine kuti awe ine na bebe stizi ba TB so ma field officers from DAPP banabwera bapitako futi so ine ndepa ina balondorera nati pano siniri safe I think tipunziseni futi kuti TB ni chani abamuna banga banabwa batenga kamuzukuru wakachosapo pa nyumba kuti kazambula TB so ndepa bana bapunzisa after batipunzisa manje pamozi ndepa ntinaziba kuti TB ni ya muntu aliyensi na hivyo vakuti banatiresa vakuti ya isibafunika kudiabeka aba so kuchoka hapo ndepa mene manje treatment yawe neze bad okay kai nachedwako kwenda kuchipatala nachedwa kuuba ululira paibenzo botu ona bamulamu banga nezo vipanga chemunga vonse bili bwino so nabwana sira maningi through bebe bakudap natandizikako kulambotenga kutusoya nambo picking ako there was one time unakangwa nochoka kunyumba kuti niende kliniki bananitumizira koko kwerera naenda pa kliniki natenga mankwala kuli ma field officers ba DAPP bananitandiza maningi benzo ni kulinga ni bamene aba ma field officers bakabwera kuti obali sikuliko ma side effects nimwe mankwala nidi chakudya ine ndineno zokosapo kugulisa babwerera pambuyo naleka
aya ndiyo ali more important yani amirambi ichi chikoka ichi timaika kumankhwala yosamba yo business ya ntchito ya TB palibe ya TB nchifukwa chake akabwera pano munthu tikaona masaini na masymptoms yake nimutuma ku kliniki akapimiwe na wachipatala matenda yonse asara yachirisidwa kuchosako HIV na TB pano palibe chisanzo mene inacho njakuti kuli mzimayi wina amene anabwera pamene anafotokozera kunifotokozera ine sakuna bwino upema sapima bwino mendo ibaba kapena pali zina zimene angachite chiwe usiku izi zinthu zibwera ku TB ine nakamba kuti endani ku kliniki mukapimise TB koma atafika kuja ku TB zonadi anapimisa TB yake ndipo anampeza kuti ali na TB pomwepo anamba treatment anamba kumpasa mankhwala pambuyo pakaenda patapita 2 weeks anabwera kukamba mphamvu zambobwereramo anabwera kunuza kuti munagwira ntchito ine kununikira kuti niende ku clinic. Sono pamene azindikira kuti kuli matenda monga ya TB if amene traditional healers sitingakwanirise kuyachani kuchirisa.
Each time you have a cough, a sweat during the night, you feel tiredness, these are not matters to bring to me. You take these matters to the health facility, because it might be a sign that you have TB. And if you see your neighbor having such signs and telling me, take me to your pastor, he prays for me because he flows in deliverance and healing, say no, such things. The pastor said we take people to the hospital because it might be a sign of TB. Yes, so us as pastors, we have aimed to end TB by 2030. As I've spoken to you on this topic, my friends also elsewhere that are doing the same during this sermon of today. We cannot cure TB by prayer, no. We refer them to the hospital. Yeah, the response is overwhelming because people have now gotten to understand and know how to go about these things, because in the past, knowledge was lacking.
Kosomela mchani mukamboya tieni kosomela muti mukamboya exact not teach to reduce kosomela no tunya mate upezeka Stephen ka kutunya chitule because ya jamate amene natuma bacteria
awe ise basogoleri monga bamu community mwatu muno ise peka chape kuyamikira chifukwa pa vane mwakamba ise stenzo vizira vambiri koma kubwera kwano ise tapunzira vambiri taziva na mwantinga zichingirizire kuli TB na mwamene tingasungire muntu kapina kuli odwala mnyumba wa TB chifukwa kudala tenzo konda kuyopa maningi muntu akadwala TB tenzo mwika kwaeka kurumkweka kuja kuyopa kuti tizayambulako TB tenzo ziva kuti TB tingwa TB tingankhaleraye mu nyumba tikudya naye tigona naye pamozi tisinga beta zitaziva mozi samalirira kunkhani ya TB.
My neighbors ndineterala ine bali kubwera pa nyumba suzambirapo odi wakagamba kasi basonterera badwala TB paja. So ine na bamuna banga tinankala ma advocate manje yakuti loko munzatu ne badwala musankale ndani kuchipatala ndaba tinaziba tinapitamo. Ma family members ni phone chabe kuti babwere bakuone but nawo tinalalikira utenga mverani TB kansi sisanga ine nenzo ina by that time unadwala TB nenzina bwana sira maningi niwe inga 70 but nenzina bwera pa 50.
They say starters are not finishers, so we can't say we have initiated someone, but if they don't complete or finish the TB treatment, meaning our work there done is equals to zero, meaning we need to look for ways that will keep these people on TB drugs. So now this is where the application One Impact Zambia comes in. So in this application, they can report or launch complaints, or they can basically just say what really affects them. You get. So in that app, we are looking at, okay, so these things of people not finishing drugs, what could be the reason? So people we've like interviewed people, they have different reasons why they start TB treatment and then they stop. Others it's because of stigma. We look at the challenges, which one is more pressing. So if, let's say it's nutritional support, we give them what we call herbs. So this is just soya, you know soya. So we give them those because those, they just help them with their nutrition. And then if they're coming from far, we help with transport so they can be coming to collect their drugs. So they can report all those issues they're having while they're on TB drugs. That's what we do as TB Reach and One Impact Zambia application.
So the One Impact app, it's a digital platform that is used for community-led monitoring, and this app is used by people that are affected by TB. So an individual can download this app, store it in your phone, and once it's installed, you can start using it.
As community leaders, we, through the dialogue meetings that we have, the door-to-door sensitization, we are seeing a reduce in stigma in the community, and most of the people are aware that TB is curable.
Ba Elina kufuna.
Saving 50 kwacha.
Okay.
Social 5 kwacha.
Okay. Bali sikusonda.
Saving 20 kwacha, social 5 kwacha.
We are working with the communities where they are forming some saving groups. We facilitate for them to form some saving groups. We know they need some income when it comes to TB. Nutrition is very important. So these saving groups, they work like a village bank. So we have 13 groups so far. And after they do the share out, we have seen some of them starting some small business, and they are able to help their families.
Ndiye bana nchita linki kuno bamene aba ba DAPP. Kuliko saving group kuja balisi mukaendeko. Awe ni tasha. Bamene tinayamba saving group. Na ankalako na tumpamvu. Nikwanisa ni magulisa pa nyumba. So ija saving group nikakongolako toko ka 200 na ndonjezera. Business yanga yenda ka profit tuvokuja tweve mwandi tuoneka. Pa nyumba patu pa benjara. Then na bwana mverako kamene kuno batipunzisa kuti mufuniko nkalako na tumagarden au pakomopanga palika garden. Ni machisache mwachoka utu na ikamo twinango mwachoka utu na ikamo twinango njara palibe.
Let's check what are our children eating, because even diet also contributes, because once the immune system of a child is weak, that child is vulnerable to different kind of diseases. Let's make sure our children eat porridge. Porridge is one of the best meals.
Pamela boy after naenda kuja banabama nawauza nacha since umwana after akumama nkwala enzo nkala na njala maningi so nina bwana kamba na chinjala emchita bati sinikwanilisa buno bwino so ndi mabambira choke zambo kupasa ni soya nizakuika ngo ni palaini ya soya dia kunika palaini ya soya bambo nipasa ko soya bana bwana nipasa ko drama na gula unga na kwanza kudia pa nyumba pali chinwa mikira badaputi pali chichebe salekenda ba kulibe mutanga kupase chintu free chane suna sevenzeri.
The cooking demonstration, we used foods that are locally sourced. Here we have our nshima. B6, we find that nutrient in dark leafy green vegetables. Yes, so this one, it helps in boosting the immune system. So we have the banana yogurt here, very good because we've added the milk. We all know what milk contains: protein, calcium, plus the macronutrients which are needed in TB recovery. We have chicken here. Protein is needed. Children suffering from TB, not just children, even adults, they are prone to getting wounds and lesions. So the chicken will provide the necessary protein needed to promote wound healing.
15 children have recovered fully with the supplements we give them, with the nutrition education we give them. They have recovered. We are receiving a lot of mothers because of the supplements we have.
We have also adults who are malnourished and they are vulnerable. So we have added that, and we have 22 adults.
Anapola anamba kuyenda asobera nosobera wazake bamumenge naye babwezamu ama imba no imba aimba kwa chakona amen haleluya uba tipasa tendi pembera akamba so chabe
nilifiti nimekoneswa enda distance machoka kuno kwenda kufika ku 6 miles goka.
Thanks kuli ba DAPP kubwera kwa ba DAPP au batitandiza batisegula mitu nizafuna nisegulise aka nifuna kuyamba Airtel Money nde chaina kasungira aka bati stigma mwaishwa muntu tetu ipuishe so abene na bene baleye bayiwe balanda titibita yambukiro muntu ngale no muti tienifye baisa ero kayubusuma bwako ati netera ro wachipa papene balete chakubira nayo watamba banene nali walapo TB bati TB umfweni fo barondure TB umfweni so nomba kwa bati panganda pamwandi not even one day pitapo kwa bulu muntu nangu mukuisa ndipushapo concern ifya yote
chikotondo ndwana tumpaka nao nina umoyo.
So I just want to reassure patients and or those people who have got TB or those who are suffering from TB and they are thinking that we don't have drugs. We have enough drugs in all the centers or the hospitals. And what I can assure them is TB is curable. Yes.
We have seen a great impact because when we started from 2023, we have initiated 1,974 children. The initiation is done by the health facilities as we are mobilized because we are the field workers. So we escort them to the facility for them to get initiated on TPT. And we have seen 7,839 adults also being initiated on TPT. And the completion rate so far, I think, is overwhelming.
This yes band, it's about we can end TB, and yes, we can end TB, and we are about to end TB.